G'day guys, today I'm going to go through my bushcraft tools, just things that I take with me when I go camping, things that I take when I do overnighters, when I'm working, just my daily use and overnight tools for bushcrafts. I've got a range of knives and I've got a range of multi-tools and Leathermans as they call it. So yeah, we'll start off with the pocket knives. This one was my grandfather's. He used to keep it on the boat when he went fishing. He'd take it camping. It's pretty good little pocket knife. It's a bit loose at the head here. You know, you get that with age. Other than that, it's actually extremely sharp. Yeah, it's got a great feel. Very light. It's actually very thin. And yeah, so I've actually got two of these. I don't know where the other one's gone, but yeah, there was two. I would say that they're probably mid-range, sort of a pocket knife. They're decent, but, you know, you can get better ones out there, I am saying. So, yeah. So, moving on to the next one. We got in a survival kit that I got for Christmas. So, I got this one. It's a $50 survival kit. It's actually got probably about 60 pieces in it. It's actually really good. It feels solid, but... yeah, it feels pretty solid. It's one like that, so you open it up nice and quick. So it's got a bit of teeth on it. It's got a clip to put it onto your belt or your shirt or wherever you want to keep it. Probably not on your shirt. And on the end here, it's actually got a glass breaker, a titanium glass breaker. And to close the knife, there's a little rod down here you just push to the side and it folds down. It's got a bit of head movement, which is disappointing for a fairly new knife. It's reasonably sharp. The teeth are reasonably pointy. The tip's not as pointy as I would hope it to be. But overall, it's a pretty good knife just for opening packages or cutting a piece of rope, what have you. They're great to open quickly if you need to, you know. Just the tab here, you just pull that back and it opens. It's the only knife that I've got that does that, so yeah. So it's a decent knife. The only bad thing about it is it opens like that. I mean, you can open on that tab, you know, but when you go to close it, it's very weak, the spring. So I've actually dropped it a couple times and it's flung open pretty much almost onto my foot. So that's the only dangerous part. If you're jumping and you got it in your pocket or something like that, be wary, it might open. It's no name brand, so it's obviously just a Chinese brand, but it's a decent knife, you know. For $5-10 I'd probably buy one, you know, keep it on the boat, keep it just in the car or something like that. Moving on, we got this Mossy oak one. This one's great. When I first got this, it came out of a package, a Mossy oak package. It came with like a flint and steel, you know, just a little survival kit and an ammo box. This one, I don't like how it opens because you can't get to it quick. You have to push in this tab at the back and pull it out at the same time here. And but apart from that, it's really solid head. When I first bought it, I could shave my skin and it would come right off. It's a bit blunter now as, you know, gotten older, but it's got a great feel. Handles also got a great feel. It's reasonably sharp. Teeth aren't excessively pointy, but it gives it good motion for when you're trying to saw something small or a piece of rope. You can just, you know, cut at it. Great knife. Decent weight, you know, not too light, not too heavy. You want it kind of in that mid-range. So yeah, this is a Mossy oak pocket knife. I just don't like the way it opens, but apart from that, it's actually been really great to keep on you at all times, I suppose. Great multi-tool. Closes nicely, and once it's closed, it's locked in. That's the only thing that I don't like about it is tab on the back that you have to push in to open it. We'll move on to this next piece. It's a small hatchet. It's not my favourite. It's $10 from like a Kmart store here in Australia. It's got all the multi-tool pieces. I won't go through them just because they're a pain to get out. That's another downside to this. It's got a nice wooden handle on it, super thin, so it's not like a proper wooden handle or anything, but you wouldn't expect that if it's got multi-tools. It's got great weight to it, I will say. A little sledgy head. I wouldn't rely on this to tap in pegs or anything. Not quite sure what that's for. It may be for doing a bolt, but if so, it looks like a 10mm and it's the one size. But in the multi-tool, you've got the Phillips head screwdriver, you've got the knife, you've got the measurement on it. You've got the little cutting tool, and I mean, it's great for twigs to start a fire, or to shave twigs to start a fire. If you don't have a knife, or if you do have a knife and you want to chop up twigs, say, you know, that thick, you can just hack at it, you know, or if you've got a hammer with you, you can tap down on the top there and, you know, cut into twigs. And if you don't have an axe or a hatchet or anything like that, you know, like I said, chop into decent sized twigs to make for a fire. Overall, I'd probably give this a 6 out of 10. It's not the best, but, you know, for $10, I'd say it's worth it. Next on the list, we'll go for Leathermans. I got 4 of these. So 2 were my pops and 2 are now mine. And one of them came in that survival kit that this knife came in. I'll go with my pops old one. So it comes in a leather case. Case, very well looked after. No damage to it. Pop it open. It's an all trade stainless steel. It's not the best, as you know, getting older, it tends to do that. So you just, yeah, it's a bit loose, but it's got a knife, it's got a bottle opener on it, it's got a measurement and a wood cutter. It's got all the standard things, you know, a Phillips head screwdriver on it. This is great for the car, or to keep on you, because I know that these, they got cutters in them. They're great for doing fencing on the farm. So I definitely have one of these on me. They're great. This one, like I said, it's a bit loose, but, you know, it was my grandfather's. I love it. Got a good case, and it's handy to have. It's intermediate, so it's definitely that mid-range. What would I pay for this? I'd probably pay somewhere around $30 for it, with the case, of course, and you can fit it onto your belt through the tab back there. The next one on the list is my other granddad's one. I'm not sure why he would invest in one like this, but it's pretty much the same as the other one. It's just not loose. It's actually really stiff and kind of hard to open, because you've actually got to really put some force into opening this. And in fact, I'm not sure it will open. There we go. Yeah. But once it is open, I gotta say, once it is open, it's actually really good. Like I said, it's got all the standard multi-tool things. I'm not gonna pull the bits out of the multi-tools, just because that's... everyone knows what's in there, you know, the standard Phillips head, the bottle opener, the cutter, the measurer, you know, all that sort of stuff. What would I pay for something like this? Probably $10. It's not the best, it's a no-name. But it's good in case you lose one that you already have, so good to just keep in the glove box of your car or in the boat or something like that. Would I go out and buy one specifically like this? No, I'd probably invest in a better one, a much better one, to be honest, because this is something that I probably wouldn't buy. But like I said, was my grandfather's. I didn't buy it. It just, you know, he left it for me, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep it just in case I need it. Like I said, thread it on your belt through the tab back there. Moving on to the next one. This one came in the survival kit that black knife came in. Right, so this one, they've obviously gone for a bit of a design look. I don't know why they think all the holes and the patterns make it look tactical, but I suppose it does. So this one just folds out. It's got a spring, not a very good spring. It's a very loose spring. But good on the go, good to keep on the quad bike. How much would I pay for this? Probably something like $20 maybe. It's pretty decent. Would I go out and buy this? Probably not. Probably go out and buy a quality one. It's fairly decent. And yeah. I'd give this probably a 7. But it's case, it's just like those very soft canvas cases. But yeah, it's decent, so I'd own one. I mean, I do, but yeah, I'd own one. Next one is a Mossy oak one. It's my favourite. This one's great. I can tell you by far this is the best one that I own. Best one that I've ever had, and I've had multiple, more than what I've shown. So it opens. It's got a strong canvas case. So basically, when you pull it out, it's not a soft one. It's a hard case, hard shell case. It's got a memory foam base on the inside. Yeah, it's great. So it's got the tab on the back to put on your belt. It's got this sort of clip, you know, the button clip. It's got a very great feel. It's got a camo look to it as well. Very solid. I can tell you right now, it is not loose one bit. When you open it, it's very easy to open, very easy, and it clicks in. This is what I like. You can probably hear that. It clicks in, and it's got a spring. So it doesn't actually have a spring in between there, but as you can see, it is spring loaded. So it's actually in the you know, I'm not quite sure where it is, to be honest. But what I can tell you is it's got a decent amount of spring to it, so it's got decent force to it. It's got a great feel, very smooth handle, cool camo look. Like I said, it clips in, so you don't have to worry about these folding in. Because they clip in, you know. A nice matte black head on it. Good cutters. Like I said, got all the standard things. It's actually probably got more things in these handles than most multi-tools. And yeah, these are a very good pair that I have. They're my best pair, they're my favourite pair. And yeah, these two are probably the best pair that I have, actually. But this is probably by far my best pair. Favourite pair, best quality pair. It's a Mossy Oak multi-tool. Go ahead and grab yourself one. They're a BCF. Next one is, well, I've got two of the knives, so I'll kind of do them at once because they're the same knife. What I will say is this knife here is meant for this sheath, and this knife here is meant for this sheath. The reason I swapped them over is because I like the look of this knife in this sheath, plus it fits. And I also like the look of this knife in this sheath, plus it fits. So this is basically a bigger version of this one. They're the exact same knife. So basically this knife here is meant for this sheath, and yeah, you can just imagine. So anyway, I'll go ahead and do the one here. So I got this one a while back, actually. It's got a rubber handle on it, and it's got a hole through the top of it so that you can put a piece of paracord through. It's a Muela. It's a hunting knife. It's actually made in Spain, in Ox. It's not very heavy. It's great for, don't know what it's great for. It's great for camping, great for eating if you have to. It's great for shaving wood. It's got a comfortable handle on it, great grip. It's got a lip, so you don't, your hand doesn't slip forward, like most sort of Bowie style knives, or sheath knives. So yeah, it's got a great grip. Head's very tight. Yeah, definitely go out and buy this one. This one I'd probably pay something around $40 for. Pay something like that. And one thing that I also do find with swapping the sheaths knives over is that this actually fits better in this sheath, and this knife fits better in this sheath, even though they're made for each other. Next one is this knife. So I really do like the sheath that knife came in, but I like this knife in this sheath better, because it goes all the way to the end, fits really snug, doesn't come out. This knife, it actually slides. This one doesn't slide, so when you unclip it, it will come out. It's very sharp. It's a very tight head. I really like it. It's a very good craftsman knife, peeling your apple, something like that, for cooking. It's a decent knife. It's got a stainless steel head here. These are Mossy Oak, actually, so these are also Mossy Oak. It's got a great handle, great feel, perfect size. It's great just to keep on you for opening a hay bale or what have you, anything really. I really like this knife. I'd definitely pay something around $60 for this small one here. But good thing that they're actually cheaper than that. But if they were listed for something like 60, I would probably pay that sort of money for it, because they're a great knife. it's got wrapped leather around this half. Then it's got a stainless steel band and wood on this half. It's a very good handle, very comfortable. Next handle, last but least. I think that's how I say it. Probably wrong, I am wrong. Yeah, it's basically the exact same knife. Also very sharp. Same knife, but bigger. That's literally all it is. Same handle. Same, shape handle, same shape of blade. The only thing is it's heavier and bigger, that's all it is. So this is more of a Bowie knife. This is more of a Craftsman knife. They are the same knife, one's small, one's big, as you can see. This whole knife is almost the size of this knife's blade. But yeah, I would probably pay somewhere around $70 for this. Great knife, very sharp. I try and keep them sharp. It'll shave my hair off, which is good. And yeah, also great to keep on you at all times. If I was to keep 3 knives on me at all times, or 3 things on me at all times, it would probably be this, that multi-tool, this Craftsman knife, Jesus, and this Bowie knife. So yeah. Anyway, that was the review of my Bushman's tools. These are the ones that I take camping. These are things that I use around the property, things that I use around home, things that I use when I'm working. And they're all great. They've always been great. They've always been sharp. They've always been handy. I recommend going out and getting yourself, if I was going to say get yourself some tools, put together a kit, I'm actually purchasing a halter fort axe very soon. But if I was, so including that axe, full length axe, look it up, you'll be able to see what I'm getting. I'd include this knife, and probably this multi-tool. And if I had to include a pocket knife, I'd probably go this knife. They're probably your best ones. The extras here, they're just because I have them, spares. Great to keep on other sorts of things. You only really need these 3 to keep on you at all times, like on your belt, all 3 of them on your belt. And then there are these ones you can keep in your car and keep on the quad, keep in your room, sort of a thing like that. That's what they're good for. And then, those 3 things plus the halter fort's axe. It's a full-length axe. It's I think it's on Tom's Outdoors. Sell them in somewhere in New South Wales. And yeah, so basically that's my bushcraft tools and what I use when I go camping. And yeah, that's my kit. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more sort of content. I'm going to be doing fishing adventures, camping adventures. I'm going to be taking you along with tutorials on what I do when I go bushcrafting. Also fire cooking, all this sort of stuff. And I'm going to be trying to do the best that I can. Trying to grow the channel best that I can. And yeah. I'll also be doing 4-wheel drive reviews on the Cruiser. It's parked under the house at the moment. I'm currently working on it, just trying to find some new rims for it, and I just got to quickly exchange out a windscreen panel, which I've got. I got a new one, came with the car, so yeah. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next video.